President Eisenhower began his second term as leader not only of America but all free peoples. His inauguration address was a peace plea.
May the turbulence of our age yield to the true time of peace, when men and nations shall share a life that honors the dignity of each, the brotherhood.
A hope devoutly echoed by all. But in England, another leader vanished from the scene. Anthony Eden, following the Suez invasion debacle, was replaced as Prime Minister by Harold Macmillan, into whose hands were placed Britain's financial problems and shrinking colonial empire. In Canada, an upset election ousted Prime Minister Saint Laurent and his Liberal government and installed a Conservative regime of John Diefenbaker by a narrow margin to deal with Canada's expanding economy and industry. Overseas in Germany, the Republic, by an overwhelming vote of confidence, returned 81-year-old Chancellor Adenauer and his government to office. A new nation was born in Africa, with Vice President and Mrs. Nixon attending. Amid jubilant scenes, the former British colony of the Gold Coast became the Republic of Ghana, with Patriot Nkrumah as its first president. The move towards self-rule in Africa had been established. The family of Ramon Magsaysay was joined by millions the world over in mourning the tragic death in an airplane crash of the Philippines president, patriot and leader of his people. On the other side of the world, the Aga Khan, Muslim leader and one of the world's wealthiest men, was mourned at the end of a fabulous career, which he shared with his beautiful French Begum. In his place, his grandson, 20-year-old Harvard student Karim Khan, was his selection to lead 40 million Ismailis. For America, it was royalty year when Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip were welcomed at the White House by the First Lady at the beginning of a memorable visit to the nation. At the Queen's request, a trip across famous New York Harbor was the prelude to her visit to the big city, where an especially gaudy ticker tape parade awaited her. Blasé New York really rolled out the carpet for the young monarch, and with youthful delight, she enjoyed every minute of it. In fabled Monaco, crowds celebrated a royal event of their own, a blessed event, the christening of Princess Caroline, first child of Prince Rainier and former movie star Grace Kelly. And now, with another royal arrival expected in March, they root for a boy. A 15-year reign of terror ended in New York when George Metesky was captured and admitted bombing 21 public places with a deranged motif, revenge. Also ended was the spy career of Colonel Abel, arrested after 9 years as master Russian agent. Operating a stone's throw from the federal building, he met his fate there in the form of a long prison term. Air records fell during the year. B-52 bombers swooped around the world, a distance of 24,000 miles at an average of 520 miles an hour, shattering all marks. A short time later, Curtis LeMay led a group of jet tankers on a non-stop flight to Buenos Aires and return. 11,000 miles without refueling, an average of 450 miles an hour. The world had indeed shrunken. Hurricanes opened their alphabetical season as Audrey roared down on the Louisiana coast, making a shambles of towns in its path. 300 died, and property damage ran into millions. Thousands were forced from their homes. Dead were scattered over a wide area, and it was days before the toll was known. Caught unaware, the population was completely at Audrey's mercy, and Audrey did her worst.